Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Jeremy Wall. Michael has the evening off. We begin tonight in Vernon County where one person is dead and another one is injured after a single vehicle crash that happened this morning. Vernon County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened around 12 a.m. in the town of Hillsborough. A 17-year-old man was operating a Ford F-250 traveling northwest on County Road WW when he lost control of the vehicle. The car went off the side of the road, striking an embankment before rolling several times. The 16-year-old passenger was ejected from the vehicle and later pronounced dead at Gunderson St. Joseph's. The 17-year-old driver was seriously injured and flown to University of Wisconsin Hospital by MedFlight.
Well, we couldn't have really asked for a better end to our nice weekend. We did get the warm-up that we wanted with very pleasant conditions that we had this evening. Now, we did see some haze entering the area as we got through the afternoon hours. You probably noticed that if you had a chance to get out there. Now, we can't see it on the satellite once that sun sets, but I promise it's still out there. As we look at our smoke tracker, it's going to slowly make its way out of the area. We could definitely still see some hazier skies in the early morning hours for Monday, but by the afternoon, much of that smoke should have moved out of the area, leaving behind pretty sunny conditions. Here's a look at our morning for Monday, a low of 57 in La Crosse, mainly clear skies after that smoke moves out, already getting up to 77 by noon. That's going to be the warmest we've been in a couple of days, and the winds really aren't going to be a factor tomorrow, which is going to be a change from what we've had lately. We've usually had a little bit of a breeze out there, but we'll have a little bit of a break for it tomorrow, and it'll clear a low of 54, and then that sun peaks out, warming up to 76 by the noon hour. So coming up in the full forecast, we'll have summer conditions returning, and then we have a little bit of a tropical weather update. We might have some impacts from a tropical storm all the way up here in Wisconsin, but I'll have all the details coming up later.
All right, thanks, Nicole.
Yeah.
The Harris Walz campaign has announced Gwen Walz will be in La Crosse for a watch party of Tuesday's presidential debate in Philadelphia. The wife of Minnesota Governor and Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz is a former teacher in the Makota Public School District. She follows President Joe Biden and Donald Trump's campaign steps to the area in the recent weeks. She will be demonstrating the stakes of the election and why she believes voters should be voting for Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. Well, Chippewa Falls Bandshell is celebrating a milestone. Today, people came out to Irvine Park to celebrate its 100th birthday. The bandshell was donated by William Irvine, a member of the Wisconsin State Assembly, in May 1924. Music lit up the park with performances by the Army National Guard Band of Wisconsin. The bandshell is a staple in the park where people say it brings the past and the future together. State Senator Jesse James recalls some of his favorite memories there.
I had two little guys, 3 and 4 years old. And what do you do with 3 and 4 year olds? So I asked somebody, and they said, yeah, take it to Irvine Park. Okay. So we drove in, and one of the first things I saw was this bandshell. And I just immediately fell in love with it and thought, you know, how neat it is for a community like Chippewa Falls to have a structure like this.
Senator James also says his daughter was married there and he's had many other events there. The Special Fester Ball was held at All-Star Lanes today to announce the winner of this year's Oktoberfest Special Fester. Quincy Sykes has been named the newest royal family member. He says he's mostly looking forward to the parades and brats the festival has to offer. The ball has been a part of the Oktoberfest traditions for almost 2 decades. Ellie Hutt helped start Oktoberfest after the death of her daughter, who also had special needs. She said she does it because of how much fun attendees have.
The smiles and the hugs. That's what makes me do it.
Every year, community members send in nominations to be named Special Fester and join the Oktoberfest royalty family. The Hidden Trails Corn Maze is officially open for their 26th year. Their theme for 2024, Year of the Dragon. Today they celebrated by cutting a dragon into the cornfield. There will be 4 total mazes, 1 for children, 1 mystery themed, and the 2 largest mazes feature checkpoints and coupons for local businesses. The farm also features a fun park, yard games, and apple cider slushies. Organizers look forward to families coming out to the maze to enjoy the Wisconsin fall weather.
Wisconsin fall, when the air is crisp, you have pumpkins, the colors in Wisconsin, the corn dries out and freezes, and people come out and just have a good time.
The maze will be open through November 2nd. Kids 4 and under get in for free. Admission for ages 5 and up is $13. Still ahead on News 8, Ukraine and Russia launched deadly air attacks on their border regions. More on the attacks after the break.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices, like this 2-piece sectional for just $1,299 after discount. Or pay no interest for 3 years. The Labor Day sale at Home Furniture ends Wednesday.
We know Wisconsin workers can get the job done.
But China has been taking our jobs.
For years, our government built America's infrastructure with Chinese iron and steel. I said that's gotta change.
Tammy Baldwin wrote the law to make sure American projects are made with American iron and steel. Now we're getting more work in Wisconsin with Wisconsin workers.
Tammy Baldwin stood up to China and our government.
She got the job done.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
At Ultra Federal Credit Union, we have a fair number of employees that travel quite a bit. Our employees' time is probably our most valuable asset at the credit union. Respecting their time is important, so convenience, getting in and out, ease of travel is probably our #1 priority, followed by the economics of it. We look at the La Crosse Regional Airport as being very convenient. You do not have the mileage expense, the parking expense, the additional hotel expense, the overnight travel, so that's why we consider coming out of here.
It's Home Seasonal Concepts Labor Day Patio Closeout. Get up to 50% off regular prices on Fortune patio sets, fire tables, and more. Like this 5-piece patio dining set for just $14.97. The Labor Day Patio Closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Not winning conference stinks. Not making the playoff stinks. Not being able to finish the season due to injury stinks. Don't stink. Get Iron Jock.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Oh, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
Welcome back. It's a pivotal week in the race for the White House. Tuesday, the candidates will meet for their first debate as the campaign enters its final stretch. Tonight, our new Battleground Tracker poll shows Vice President Kamala Harris up 1 point in Michigan and 2 points in Wisconsin. And in Pennsylvania, she's dead even with former President Donald Trump. CBS News senior White House correspondent Weihai Zhang is in Pittsburgh.
Taking a break from debate preps, Vice President Harris got some fresh air.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Ready. In Battleground, Pennsylvania, Democrats feel excited about her campaign. That's what 82% of voters tell CBS News in our new poll, compared to 75% of Republicans for former President Trump.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go out and vote. I'm ready to bring all my friends with me, all my cohorts, my counterparts.
Our poll also shows Harris is competitive here, Michigan, and Wisconsin, in part because voters think she'll help the middle class, and she has an edge on making housing more affordable, along with support from union workers. But Trump is doing better with those who say the economy and inflation are major issues, especially among non-college and white voters, including Wisconsin voter Jerry Kopecki.
We need to turn this country back to what we had under his presidency. We've never had it so good in my lifetime.
In a new Truth Social post, Trump falsely claimed there was rampant cheating in the 2020 election and could be more in 2024. When I win, he wrote, those people that cheated will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences.
It's unhinged. It's anti-American. And guess what? We are not afraid.
Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff said Harris is ready to take on Trump.
But she's also a warrior, joyful and warrior. And let's see, at the debate, Donald Trump is going to see the warrior part.
After the debate, both candidates plan to hit the campaign trail, flooding battleground states. In fact, Vice President Harris has already announced she plans to be back here in Pennsylvania on Friday. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Pittsburgh.
Ukraine and Russia launched deadly air attacks on their border regions overnight. Ukraine's military says at least 2 people were killed and 4 others injured in the country's northeastern Sumy region. The Air Force shot down a missile and more than a dozen attack drones launched from Russia. Russian media is reporting an attack in Belgorod wounded 3 people. That includes 2 children who are in serious condition after suffering head injuries. Coming up on News 8, a Ram recall. Ram trucks recall 1.2 million trucks for brake issues.
We're going to have a warmer start to the week with plenty of sunshine, but we have some tropical weather updates that might concern us all the way up here in Wisconsin. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break.
Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote that created America's inflation.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the bill is passed.
Economists said Harris's vote led directly to the higher prices we pay. 22% more for groceries, 50% more for gas. Mortgage costs nearly double. Thanks a lot, Kamala. Trump had our economy humming. He'll do it again.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Are your toilets in need of an upgrade? Not only can older toilets be uncomfortable, they can also clog more and increase your utility bills. At Maxwell White, we offer professionally trusted Kohler toilets. Our popular best-selling toilet is the Kohler Highline, available in various heights to provide ultimate accessibility and ease of use. Don't wait. Start enjoying the exceptional power, innovation, and water-saving sustainability of a new Kohler toilet. Trust the toilet experts at Maxwell White. Plumbing done right. Call today.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed.
Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,200. Visit any of your Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Looking for a bank that puts you first? Union State Bank is a community-owned bank looking to provide quality products and services to help make your banking easier. We take pride in getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. We are committed to helping you, your family, or your business with all your financial needs. We're here for you and we welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Car maker Stellantis is recalling more than 1.2 million Ram vehicles due to issues with their brake systems. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the Ram 1500s have a software malfunction in the anti-lock brake system. The vehicles affected range from 2019 to 2024. Stellantis says it does not know of any injuries or accidents affected by the recall. Drivers can take their vehicle to a dealer to fix the issue for free. All right, let's send it over to First Warn meteorologist Nicole Skaliski for a check of our forecast. Nicole, warmer today compared to the last 2 days, and it's only gonna get warmer.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit warmer today. It felt a little bit more like we should for this time of year, and it is going to get warmer. We're going to have a little bit of a quiet start to the week. Not a lot to note for Monday apart from that smoke that we saw going into this evening. But again, that should be gone by the morning, leaving behind a warm and sunny day. After that, though, we could see some breezier conditions return for Tuesday, and then we'll have some tropical weather that might even make impacts all the way up here in the Midwest. So let's dive right into it. After a quiet Monday, we'll see some wind speeds start to track back upwards a little bit going into Tuesday with sustained winds out of the south anywhere from 14 to even 18 miles per hour. So these could be gusting towards 25 miles an hour. Definitely going to be a little bit of a windier day Tuesday. So if you have any outdoor plans, maybe wear a hat or wear your hair back because it might be blowing around a little bit. Apart from that, after the afternoon, these wind speeds should die down pretty quickly. By those evening hours, we should be back to mainly calm conditions. So it will still be a pretty nice day, and those southerly winds are really going to be an impact on our temperatures. As I stated earlier, we're going to feel a gradual warm up most every day, feeling a little bit warmer than the last. Because of these southerly winds, we're going to have a continuous supply of that southern, more warm air coming up into our area, making us that much more warm every day. As we can see on the big picture map, we're going to see pretty quiet conditions apart from those warmer temperatures. Then by Wednesday, we'll see a cold front slowly make its way over. We could see very few sprinkles with these from Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, but the air mass above us right now is very dry, so a lot of the rain that would condense in the atmosphere could potentially evaporate before it reaches the ground, leaving us with very light chances for some sprinkles, but it's definitely a possibility out there. And then by Thursday, we'll see that low pressure system off to the west slowly making its way over, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, we have a tropical cyclone that's going to be making its way onto land by the end of the week. That'll slowly make its way up. And these cyclones, basically what they are just another low pressure system. So that's going to make a big impact on how this weather pattern plays out. It could make an impact on where that low pressure system decides to move off to as well. So before we had that cold front moving straight west and giving us some showers for the weekend. However, depending on what this cyclone decides to do, it could definitely move that low pressure system either off to the west or a little bit to our north, completely missing us. So our rain chances for next weekend are a little bit up in the air. Here's a look at where that cyclone is right now. It is on its way to become Tropical Storm Francine by tomorrow afternoon. It'll follow the path up the western coast of the Gulf of Mexico, forecasting to become a Category 1 hurricane until it makes landfall around Thursday afternoon, and then the remnants of it should be making its way up into the Midwest by Friday. So if we don't feel the rain effects from that cold front, then we might even feel some rain effects from the remnants of this hurricane, and we don't really feel hurricanes up here in Wisconsin very often. So that's where our slight chances of rainfall comes for the next weekend and for Wednesday night or Wednesday as well. Lows tonight will be right around normal, seeing the mid to upper 50s, and then tomorrow is going to be a little bit warmer, getting into the 80s once again. Haven't seen those temperatures in a little while, so most days this week are going to be in the 80s. Summer is back for the week, and then again, once we get into next weekend, I don't know, we don't get to say hurricane that much up here, so we'll see. We'll see. It could make its way up here and giving us some sprinkles. Otherwise, pretty quiet week ahead.
But don't put away the summer clothes just yet.
No, and don't put away the sweaters just yet either, because I'm sure fall is right around the corner after we get through this week.
Best of both worlds. Gotta love it.
Best of both worlds.
All right, thank you so much, Nicole. And now it's time to announce the chosen Picturing Our Community photo for the week. This week's winner is Brian Holzhausen of West Salem. With Saturday Night in West Salem every week, we pick a photo to be shared in a gallery on our website at news8000.com and socially on our News 8 Now Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. If you would like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos under the Home tab, then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. A new winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online Monday morning. A lovely shot of West Salem right there. Coming up in sports, NFL action has returned. The Vikings starting the season on the road as they were taking on the New York Giants. Kate has the highlights right after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
women need to pay close attention
to what Eric Hovde says about access to abortion.
Hovde's all in about opposing reproductive rights.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
And he wanted Roe overturned.
Do you think Roe versus Wade should be overturned?
Yes. So Eric Hovde is okay with politicians overruling decisions of doctors like me.
My patients worry about what Hovde will take away next.
A vote for Eric Hovde means we'll lose even more control over our lives.
Women Vote is responsible for the content of this ad.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown raspberries, squash, crowd cabbage, popcorn, and large selection of apples. Hardy Mums are now in bloom and available at Jolivet's. Find distinctive crafts and decor, Wisconsin wines, take home some apple crisp, apple pies, caramel apples, and apple cider donuts from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Scouting has helped them build confidence through problem solving, learning to cook over a fire, building a tent in areas that they don't always get exposed to.
It's not competitive. It really helps develop your son or daughter into a great human being.
This is a great opportunity for your child to get to know the outdoors, and there's so much that outside and nature can provide for our children, and having these experiences is what Scouting is all about.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Sunday NFL football is here. No Packer game today as they fell short earlier this week on Friday, so we turn our attention to the Vikings. Already a tough start to their season as their first-round rookie quarterback is out for the season with a knee injury, so all eyes are on Sam Darnold. Let's go to New Jersey for the highlights. Giants, they would start the game with a field goal. There's Sam Darnold getting into work. 1st and 10 in the first quarter. Ball in the 27, and Darnold going to let it rip in the middle of the field. Has his tight end, that's Josh Oliver, inside the 5. Then 2 plays later, Darnold hands it off to Aaron Jones, and the former Green Bay Packer takes it in for his first score as a Viking, and even gives a nice Lambeau leap for good old times. It's 7-3 Minnesota. Second quarter, now Vikings going for it on 4th down, and Darnold finds his man. That's Justin Jefferson, and Jettas gets his first touchdown of the year. It's now 14-3, and it would stay that way at halftime. Second half, Minnesota driving again. Darnold play action, going up the sideline, and that's Jalen Nailor making the grab, a 21-yard score. Vikings in full control. New York trying to make the comeback. 1st and 10, but Daniel Jones is going to be picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel, and he takes it in for 6. Minnesota defense getting some points on the board. Then in the 4th, Giants need a score. Jones going to the end zone, but it's the captain, Harrison Smith, picking it off, and that would be all she wrote. Minnesota, a big win on week 1, 28-6 over New York.
One play at a time, but again, just playing with confidence. I think that's the biggest thing, and because we got a great offense, we got a great system. If I just play on time and do all the things I need to do to execute, we'll be all right.
I kind of saw Justin's face after that drive when we finished it, and I think he felt pretty darn good about who's throwing him the football.
I'm sure a lot of Viking fans are feeling good about who's throwing the football after that one. Darnold finished 19 of 24, 208-yard passing, and 2 touchdowns. He was there when they needed him, but Minnesota consistent in their ground game as well. Aaron Jones finished with 14 carries for 94 yards. Vikings moved to 1-0 on the year. They'll host San Francisco next week. No Packers today, but let's do a quick look back to Friday night. Of course, Jordan Love did go down with an injury, but there are still some positives we can take away, like this run from Jayden Reed. Good vision, good speed. He was looking good. 2 touchdowns on the night for him. And then another positive, Christian Watson, when he's healthy, he's fast, and he makes a nice touchdown catch here in the 3rd quarter. But a lot of negatives as well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I know the Eagles are a solid team, but the defense has some work to do if Green Bay wants to be a playoff team. So here's what we've got in the NFC North after a week of games. The Packers alone at the bottom after their loss. Chicago, they took down Tennessee for their first win of the season. The Vikings got a win over the Giants, as you saw, and then the Lions game, they're still finishing up. I believe that one's 20-20 late in the fourth quarter. Might go to overtime here, so that one's fun, but there's the look after week one. And one of the more strange stories of the day, Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was pulled over on his way to Hard Rock Stadium and detained by police officers ahead of the game during a traffic violation. Hill would continue to play in the game, and after an 80-yard touchdown pass, he put his hands behind his back as if he was being detained. Miami-Dade police say they are investigating the situation. We've also got some baseball action. Brewers hosting the Rockies this afternoon. First inning, runners at the corners for Rhys Hoskins. He gets one through into left field. That plates a run. Brewers take an early 1-0 lead, but it wouldn't last long. Freddie Peralta makes a mistake here, leaves one over the plate, and Hunter Goodman makes him pay. Deep ball to left. This game's tied at 1. And then in the fifth, 2 men on for Colorado, and this game is going to be blown wide open. Sam Hillard blasts a 3-run shot as the Rockies take the game 4-1. Brewers are in San Francisco starting on Tuesday. And we'll end the show with the Twins taking on the Royals. Scoreless in the fifth, but with the bases loaded, Kansas City is going to break the tie. Garrett Mapson, a deep fly ball to left. It's going to be out, but it's deep enough to score as the Royals break the tie. And then a few batters later, Salvador Perez, dribbler up the third base line. Not how he drew it up, but a run scores. It's 2-0 Kansas City. Nothing going for the Minnesota Bats as they fall on this one 2-0. Still with a 4-game lead for the wild card spot. Up next for them, hosting the Angels starting tomorrow. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Don't sweat the prices this summer at Black River Furniture Outlet. Stop in and try out our new Poly Outdoor. Bottom prices on top quality fan back, rollback, and swivel gliders. Love seats, pub seats, side tables, and more. Shop rustic cabin furniture handcrafted from real wood, perfect for any home. Accent with chair sides, lamps, and a huge selection of rugs. Finish up in the bed shed and browse different styles for any size. Storage beds and bunk beds available. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Badger 5, 5 will get you 6. During the month of September, players who buy a $5 or greater Badger 5 ticket will receive a bonus ticket for the next drawing of Badger 5. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Tomorrow night, our old friend Aaron Rodgers makes his return after tearing his Achilles on week 1 last week. The Jets are taking on the 49ers for Monday Night Football tomorrow. That's all for sports. We'll be right back. But before we get into that, a new book featuring in-depth interviews with former Packers quarterback and NFL superstar Aaron Rodgers has been released ahead of his much-anticipated 2024 season debut. CBS's James Brown spoke with the author to discuss the new book that examines Rodgers' career and personal life.
The name of the book is Out of the Darkness, The Mystery of Aaron Rodgers by one Ian O'Connor. What was of interest to you?
He was mysterious, he was intriguing, and there was a distance about him. And those are usually the subjects that I'm drawn to. He wanted to change the narrative arc of his career, going from the smallest market to the biggest market in the league. People said, well, why the Jets? They haven't been to the Super Bowl since January of 1969, but it's a great opportunity for him. Winning a championship in New York, if he can pull it off, and it's going to be a very difficult task, would dramatically enhance his historical standing in the sport. And I think that would be the biggest New York sports story of my lifetime.
Did he give you the okay to do this book?
It's unauthorized, and I interviewed 250 people and actually handed in the manuscript without him. Then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks after I handed in my book, I got a message from the Jets that Aaron is now willing to see you. And we sat in his backyard. We talked about some sensitive issues. He's estranged from his family for now 10 years. He had some interesting things to say about his controversial COVID stance and made a concession, an admission of fault that surprised me.
Take us through that. What were his thoughts after the fact?
I did say to him, why didn't you tell the truth that day? You were asked if you were vaccinated. And he effectively said, yeah, I should have done that. He feels like he gave critics the one thing they really still have on him today. That was such a major public relations hit for him to absorb. And I don't think, JB, he's recovered from that. He went from being considered one of the good guys in the NFL, a guy who supported Colin Kaepernick. There was a case where a fan yelled out an anti-Muslim slur during the national anthem after the terrorist attacks in Paris, and he rebuked the fan publicly, and President Obama sent him a letter thanking him for doing that. So Aaron used to get praised for being on the right side of social issues, and then all of a sudden he became a bad guy. But I do think that good guy is still there. And so I think this book, by talking to his friends and associates who have witnessed his acts of kindness and generosity behind the scenes that he doesn't publicize, I think gives a balanced portrait of who he is as an athlete and as a man. He is arrogant at times, and most of the greats I've covered have that competitive arrogance, and maybe you need it to be an all-time great. He deserves a lot of credit as a self-made superstar. Nobody ever handed him anything. And he made it happen through the singular force of his will, his work ethic, and his talent. And that should be a big part of his legacy as well.
And Nicole will have one last look at your forecast after the break.